Inside Redbird Arena, we're set for the Class 2A State Volleyball Championship as the Hampshire Whippers get ready to take on the Breese Central Cougars. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Normal, Illinois for the Class 2A State Volleyball Finals. Kurt Pegler along with Kendra Bull as we get you set for a great matchup between two very good volleyball teams. Let's tell you how both of them made their way here to Normal at Redbird Arena. Breese Central's Cougars won the sectional championship by beating Columbia, then defeated Newton in the super sectional before taking out previously unbeaten Moreau Forsyth in yesterday's Class 2A semifinals. The Hampshire Whippers in their first trip to state beat Oregon for a sectional title, then took out Westmont in the Class 2A Supers before beating Chicago Christian in the semifinals here in Normal yesterday. When we talk about key players for both teams, Kendra, let's first talk about Jessica Heyman, a very fine player for Breese Central.
That's right. Jessica Heyman is a middle blocker. She's a senior. She's got a great quick attack. She gets up every time. She's a strong player.
Meanwhile, Jenna Karkos is a big hitter too now for the Hampshire Whippers.
Certainly. She's an outside hitter. Again, senior leadership. Hits a heavy ball, loves the cross-court shot. She'll be a force at the net.
Well, let's talk about the keys to the game this afternoon. First of all, for Breese Central, what does Jim Cook's team have to do to be successful?
Well, you know, what we talk about is it's a breeze. Breese Central just needs to relax, keep their focus throughout the match. We also talk about aggressive serving. Breese Central will need to stay aggressive with their serving to challenge Hampshire's passing game and take them out of their offense. Also, block party. That's what we like to say. Central will need to recognize Hampshire's strong outside hitter in Amy Weirs and Karkos and make the adjustments to stop them.
Karen Whitehouse's team is making its first ever trip to state. What has to happen for the Whippers to be successful?
Well, we like to say, where you at? Of course, the Weir sisters are all over the floor. Keeping them both involved and aggressive will be a key for Hampshire. Ham it up. When Hampshire is having a good time, they are winning, and we like to see those smiles on their faces. And also middle control. Hampshire's defense and blockers will have to get up, really connect, and put down Breese Central's strong middle hitters in Heyman and Buddy.
We think we've got the makings for a terrific championship match, especially for the play at the net. Stay tuned. We'll meet the players and get it underway. Breese Central and Hampshire for the Class 2A state title up next on the IHSA Television Network. All right, let's take a look at those starting lineups again for Breese Central. Shear, Noren Burns, Heyman, Buddy, Beckman, and Munkin. Hampshire counters with the Weirs twins. You've got Amy and Kara, Karkos, Kartheiser, Clay, and Ladwig. Starting lineups for the Class 2A state championship volleyball match here at Redbird Arena. That's a good look at Karen Whitehouse in her third year with the Hampshire Whippers. 85, 23, and 1 all-time, taking the school's first team to the state volleyball tournament, 37-3. Breese Central Cougars. Jim Cook's been at this 20 years. 513 career wins, 169 losses, 1 tie. 410 of those 513 wins have come at Breese Central. 13 seasons there. He won the championship in 96 and in 05. In fact, the last 2 years, he's taken his team to the championship match. Now this is 3 consecutive years that Breese Central has played for a state championship. They won in 05 and they were runners-up in 06. That's pretty good.
That's right, and hopefully Central will be able to use that experience against, you know, Hampshire is bound to have some nerves. Their first time playing on this floor, playing for a state championship.
Both teams have brought nice crowds here to Redbird Arena for this afternoon's Class 2A state championship match. Hampshire getting here for the first time. Breese Central, as we said, this is a volleyball factory. As you well know, playing at Breese modern day, Kendra, it's volleyball, volleyball, and more volleyball in Breese.
Yeah, they live and breathe it down there.
And Central starts off with the serve, and now it's Hampshire going to the attack. Weirs knocks it over. Now it's time for the Cougars. Big swing that time by Jessica Heyman and blocked at the net, and the point for the Whips.
And just already we've seen Breese Central kind of feed their middles. That's going to be key for them. They've got to get their middle attack going with Heyman and Buddy up at the net, ready to swing and aggressive.
Both teams, by the way, wearing purple jerseys with black bottoms, so they're going to look identical on the floor. And Central gets it over, and it's going to be a kill.
They got a little lucky on that one. Most free balls, you expect them to transition and power one back at you, but they dropped it right in front of the 10-foot line.
And so now Lauren Buddy to serve, the senior middle hitter. 5'10", kind of has this loping side saddle serve, if you will. They set it up, and it's Weirs, but it's dug out of there by Buddy. Now they'll try it again. That's tipped at the net, and it's going to be a point. Lauren Buddy. Or Heyman, that was Heyman, I'm sorry, that had the dig, and it was Buddy at the net. Heyman is a basketball player as well. Multiple sports star there at Breese Central. Another block at the net. Hampshire sends it back over. Weir's big swing again. Good point here in the match. Ball hit into the net that time by Jenna Karkos, the 5'10" outside hitter. And another point for Breese, which leads at 3-1.
Right now, Karkos is one of their big swingers. She's in the back row, so as quickly as they can get out of this rotation, the better.
And Heyman's serve that time is long. And now Amy Weirs will go back and serve for the 37-3 Hampshire Whippers. And that is long.
Got a couple errors here early on, and I think, you might attribute that to a little bit of nerves. Both teams have really worked hard to get here, and hopefully they'll both be able to work through that.
Jenna Norenburns, the senior setter, to serve now for the Cougars. There's a big swing that time by Karkos. Central's there to counteract it, but couldn't get it back over.
Right now, both teams are playing a little bit inconsistently. I think their defense has really got to do a good job of getting them back into system, transitioning free balls, passing well, digging well. That's going to be key for either side right now.
Jennifer Condrat, the libero, to serve, and again another service error, and so the Whippers might be showing some nerves here.
I think so. We haven't, they had a great warm-up. They're really pounding some balls and having fun and smiles on their faces. I think they're just getting some nerves out.
Brittany Munkin to serve now for Breese Central. Hampshire sends it back over. Weirs sets for Karkos. Dug out of there by Heyman. Beckman knocks it out of bounds. A net violation.
Interesting thing about Breese Central, actually, this being their third trip, Heyman and Buddy, the two middle blockers, are actually the only players who have actually played in Redbird Arena.
Valuable experience nonetheless. How many players can say they've played 3 straight state championship volleyball matches in normal?
Not many.
Net play that time goes in favor of Central, and a point now for Breese Central. Back to serve is going to be Lauren Buddy. All-stater from a year ago, 5'10" senior. She's got a nice jump serve, and there it is. Slide play, they try to work it to Ladwig, who had a nice swing on it, and now Breese Central knocks it back over with Katie Shear doing the number. Weirs the set, Karkos the finish.
That was a great play right there. Karkos, an outside hitter, swung around and took a 2-ball from the middle. It's a great way to fake out the blockers. Central was staying with the setters, staying with their middles, and she found the hole.
And now Jenna Karkos to serve to try to pull Hampshire even here. They're down 6-5. That's up for Beckman. And now Karkos is going to send it into the net. So it's a point now for Breese Central. Back to serve is Kelsey Johnson, the sophomore, 5'10".
Yeah, another tall setter. We've seen a couple of those today.
It's a veteran team, a senior-laden team at Breese Central, but they do have some underclassmen that contribute. That ball is out of bounds, and it's going to be a point for Breese Central. And Johnson again with the serve, got the let serve that time. Knocked over by Weirs, and it's going to be a point for Hampshire.
Hampshire is recognizing early that's 2 balls that have kind of dropped in the center of the court from Central. So they're recognizing that hole. They're not taking aggressive swings, but they are being crafty about it and finding a way to score at this point.
Amber Ladwig to serve now for Hampshire. Swing and a block. Woker had the swing, but the block at the net by Hampshire. And so the Whippers get the point, pulled it within a point of tying the match up. It's 8-7, game 1 of this Class 2A State Volleyball Championship. And now it is tied as that serve was not returned.
both sides right now are struggling a bit, as we mentioned before, with their passing. They just need to take a deep breath. You know, they're both a little jittery at this point. I think they'll calm down here.
And there's an ace for Ladwig. She had 41 of them during the regular season.
Aggressive serving. You know, she went right for the libero, who's traditionally your best passer, and she goes right for him. She's not afraid.
And again, the serve. That ball is long that time as Jessica Heyman had a good swing on it but couldn't get it down, and it's now, well, actually they say that was a tip. I guess they did.
Yes.
Said it was a tip, so it's now even at 9. Boy, with Heyman and Buddy, we'll be talking about those two players all game long. Karen Whitehouse's team will have its hands full at the net. Courtney Streaker with the ace.
Great
for
serve.
Breese Central.
Great serve. Both teams, I think, have recognized that they've got to pick up the pace here. Now we're starting to get into a bit of a flow. Hopefully Breese Central can put together some consecutive points and take advantage.
24th ace on the season for Streaker. And the set goes up for Weirs, who's blocked at the net. It's a point for Central. And it's now 11-9, the Breeze advantage. A dump shot that time by the setter, Carol Weirs, but it's out of bounds. And so the Cougars have rattled off a couple of points in a row now and have a 3-point lead at 12-9.
Well, though her dump set was out of bounds, Kara's doing something special. Kara Weirs is making the block respect her and stick with her now just by establishing that she can dump.
There's Weirs, the other one on the near side, Amy with the hammer. She had 346 kills this season. 13 of them yesterday in the 13 of them in the super sectional win against Westmont. Now on serve receive. Here comes Central and a hammer down by Jessica Heyman.
That was a great play.
13-9, the Breese Central lead over Hampshire.
I think we'll be seeing that. That was more of a side attack. She swung from the right side. Their middles on the Central side of the ball really do a good job of moving things around and keeping that block on their toes.
Heyman the serve. Weir blocked at the net. And it's going to be a lift that time, an illegal hit against Hampshire. And now the Whippers want to call timeout and talk things over. Let's step aside. We're in game 1 of the Class 2A state championship match. Breese Central leading Hampshire 14-10 on the IHSA television network. Back here at Redbird Arena, Doug Collins' floor here at Redbird Arena, campus of Illinois State University, home to the state volleyball championships. This is the Class 2A final between Breese Central and Hampshire. That's Weirs of Hampshire. Nice dig that time by Jessica Heyman. And now a hit through the block, Brittany Munkin with the kill for Breese Central.
Right now, Hampshire's game plan, they've got to pick up their defense. If they're passing well and able to set up their offense, Breese Central isn't going to be able to use their middles as much as they have, and their middle is really their bread and butter.
Heyman's serve is taken by Karkos, dumped over, and now Breese Central goes to work, and the hammer, a big kill that time by Lauren Buddy. #1 in her class academically, and that time just academically making a nice kill there. Heyman again to serve now. Breese Central with its largest lead at 16-10. And another block at the net. And another point for the Cougars.
Great block. Great block. And as far as Hampshire's game plan right now as well, Kara Weirs, the setter, usually we see her being a little more aggressive. She's kind of holding back a bit, and I'd like to see her really step it up here.
There's the set, and Weirs dumped it over, and that time it's going to be a point for Hampshire. So when they really needed a point, they get one. They were down 7, now they're just down a half dozen. It's 17-11. Breese Central, the 6-point advantage on Hampshire with the Whippers to serve.
You see Kara Weirs really encouraging her teammates. She's really doing a great job quarterbacking this team.
Amy Weirs, however, the serve is in the net, so it's going to be a point for Breese Central. Jim Cook, again, 20 years coaching. We mentioned 13 of them at Breese Central. And now, Jenna Norenbergs with the serve and the point. So Norenbergs comes through, the senior setter. And now Breese has an 8-point advantage at 19-11.
Both sides have really taken advantage of how important serving is. I mean, it's a complete mental game back there. You're just going after a team.
Karkos the tip. Big swing, and it's just out. Brittany Munkin had a good look at that one, but couldn't get the cross-court kill. And so it's a point for Hampshire.
Norenbergs, the Breese Central setter, is really doing a nice job of feeding all of her hitters in the front line. They've all taken a couple swings.
Jennifer Condrat, the libero, to serve. The ball is just kind of knocked over. Now it's Karkos with the swing. It's defended nicely by Breese Central, and a kill. They turn some defense into offense as Lauren Buddy with the finish.
Lauren's a very solid player. We see Buddy up at the net. You know, she's attacking every time. If she's not swinging, she's at least faking. She takes her position very seriously, obviously, and works hard to do it right.
It's her second kill of the match, but off the service error now, it's going to be a point for Hampshire. And back to serve now for the Whippers is Kim Kartheiser, 5'8" senior. It's 20-13 in favor of Breese Central. Weirs sets for Karkos, who swings, and was it tipped? It was. So it's going to be a point for Hampshire. Kartheiser to serve again. 35 aces during the season. Set up nicely, but Beckman's shot was blocked. She had a nice swing on it, but there at the net were the Whippers.
Number 9, Amber Ladwig, the middle blocker for Hampshire right now. She's got long arms. She's quick. She did a nice job of reading the set, finding the hitter, and blocking that ball down.
Kartheiser continues to serve. And now we've got a net violation against Hampshire, so it's going to be a point for Breese Central. And back to serve now for the Cougars is going to be Buddy with her team in front, 21-15, game 1 of the Class 2A State Volleyball Championship. Buddy's jump serve. Karkos. Nice dig that time. We're going to call it as an illegal hit.
Boy, they called a lift on that one. Streaker got her hand up, but it held just a little too long, I think, and they called the lift. That's all she could do to get her hand out there and make a touch.
And so the point to Hampshire, and now the serve for the Whippers. Karkos serving. Now Breese Central goes to work. Nice block again at the net by Hampshire. There's a quick set that time. Try it again. Nice net play here. Streaker's gonna send it over. Now Hampshire back on the attack. Pushed over by Weirs. Set up in a big swing that time by Jessica Heyman. You could see that one coming.
Against a triple block in the middle, Jessica Heyman is a great jumper. She just gets up there, she reaches, she's got a quick snap, and she's able to get through those blocks.
And Karen Whitehouse of Hampshire calls timeout. What is Central doing, Kendra, that has been so successful here in the first game?
I would say certainly their setters are doing a great job of mixing it up. You know, as far as Hampshire's blockers are concerned, they're being held right now because they're not sure where they're going, and that's a big benefit. I mean, you certainly can't downplay that. So Breese Central's just mixed it up across the line. We don't have anybody that's you know, really come out and dominated from a hitting aspect, and that can be a good thing. You know, can definitely keep the blockers on their toes. Hampshire right now, again, just to pick up that defense so they can feed their big outside hitters, Karkos and Amy Weirs. That's going to be very important for them.
You see the officials working this afternoon's match. Preet Lefevre is the referee. Pat Creek, the umpire. The line judges are Todd Cook and Rich Cornfled. It's a big thrill for the officials to be working at the state tournament as well. Everybody
definitely
enjoying their trip this weekend to Normal, huh?
They work all season for it.
And now to serve is Kelsey Johnson for Breese Central with a 22-16 advantage. Weirs dumps it over. Nicely done for Amy Weirs. And a point for Hampshire.
Both sides of the net right now are really battling. We've seen some off plays, and those blockers are really jousting. They're both being aggressive, which is why we're seeing a lot of these balls falling so short at the 10-foot line.
I think we assumed that we were going to have great net play here in this match, and we have not been disappointed so far. Jessica Heyman again.
Johnson did a great job of recognizing her hitters there, and could have pushed it outside. She saw that the Hampshire blockers were kind of leading out there and just went right back to Jessica.
And now it's going to be an ace for Courtney Streaker, her 24th of the season. And Breese is at match point now at 24-17. And it's not returned. A point off the serve for Courtney Streaker, and game one goes to Breese Central, 25-17.
And I think that last play is indicative of Hampshire's hesitancy right now. We're not really seeing the same team that we saw yesterday. That could have something to do with the experience. Again, their first time in Redbird Arena. The second game, they've really got to come out fired up.
Game two is straight ahead. Game one goes to Breese Central. Back with more on the IHSA Television Network. And you can see the tale of the two cities here, roughly the same population with Breese and Hampshire. Breese Central located in Clinton County with an enrollment just under 600. Hampshire right about 600 in Kane County. The Cahokia Conference is where Central plays its league matches, and Hampshire does it in the Big Northern. And Breese Central wins game one of this Class 2A state championship, 25-17 over Hampshire. Kurt Pegler alongside Kendra Bull. Glad you're along for the ride here on the IHSA Television Network. 4 state champions to be determined this weekend. The first of the class 4-class system. Breese Central wearing purple and white. Hampshire wearing purple and white. Nearly identical uniforms here.
And Hampshire right now, they're all talking, they're kind of communicating, they're calling out the hitters for Breese Central. They've really got to step up their offense right now and get Karkos involved on the outside. She's their bread and butter, she's their go-to, and she's really got to come through here.
Kara Weirs to serve for Hampshire, a pair of sisters. They're twins, Amy and Kara, helping lead the whip state tournament appearance, and they start off with a point here in game two. Weirs is the right side and really the setter, Kara is, and Amy Weirs is the outside hitter. She wears number 1. Nice net play there again. That time it was Amy Weirs who got her hand on the ball to the net. And so Hampshire starts out game 2 with a pair of points off the bat.
Bit of a tough start here for Breese Central. They're passing. It looks like they've lost some focus just a bit.
Ball's going to be sent over by Jessica Heyman, and now it's going to be Weirs with the big cross-court kill. That's not returned. And so Hampshire has opened the second game of this match with 3 consecutive points. And again, Kara Weirs to serve. On a slide play that time, and it works as Lauren Buddy comes around the backside for the kill.
Yeah, their seniors come through for him, that's for sure. She's a go-to player. When she's up there, you got to take advantage.
And now to serve is Jenna Norenburns. Now Amy Weirs with the kill through the block.
Nice swing. Again, we see the outside hitters for Hampshire really do a nice job of coming in the middle, getting around, just moving well on the court and putting themselves in a position to attack.
You see why Amy Weirs has better than 350 kills on the season, but her serve there goes out, and it's going to be a point for Breese Central. It's 4-2 Hampshire.
And again, with the Weirs sisters, the most impressive thing of all their accolades is that they're sophomores.
Yes, can you imagine that? They certainly play like upperclassmen, veterans. That ball sent over by Jackie Clay, and it's going to be a point now for Hampshire.
Again, that roll shot, sometimes that's harder to defend than a hard-driven spike. Just being able to read that and react to it from a defensive standpoint.
Jackie Clay with a quiet first game, now with her second kill of this match. She's given her team a 5-2 advantage. That's a cross-court kill, nicely done by Brittany Munkin. She had 107 kills on the season. Now back to serve is Lauren Buddy. Great blocker, terrific athlete. Good jump serve as we get a look at it here. Let's dig up Good swing that time by Amber Ladwig. Hampshire ran its offense perfectly on that point. 6-3, the Hampshire advantage now. Kim Kartheiser to serve for the Whippers. It'll be set up in a big swing that time by Jessica Heyman, and it's out of bounds. That's a point now, again for Hampshire. So Hampshire kind of got the cobwebs shaken out after that first game, and now has come back strong here in game 2. Tried the slide play that time, but some miscommunication between the setter and the hitter there. It's going to be another point for Hampshire. And a timeout called by Breese Central. So Hampshire now has the momentum in its corner and will step aside. The Whippers leading 8-3 in game 2 of the Class 2A Volleyball State Championships on the IHSA television network. Back here at Redbird Arena in Normal, Class 2A State Volleyball Championships, where Hampshire leads Breese in game 2 of the Class 2A final 8-3. Breese Central winning the first game, and there's a big kill, big swing by Brittany Munkin. So right out of the timeout, the Cougars answer.
You know, Munkin is a nice option when the setters on the Central side can't feed their middles. Munkin comes up with a big play. That was a great swing.
Kelsey Johnson, the sophomore setter, 5'10" to serve now for Breese Central. Karkos, that set was in a difficult position. She tried to kind of punch it over unsuccessfully.
Yeah, and against a double block, you're not going to have a lot of luck with that. That's tough. Her defense has got to crowd in and help out on that.
And now Hampshire's 8-5 lead with Breese serving. Amy Weir's just going to send it over. And now the set and the block that time. Big swing by Jessica Heyman, and it's going to be a point for Breese Central.
A triple block on that side. Hampshire's blockers got a little crowded in the middle there.
Breese Central trying to pull within a point here. Big swing that time and a nice kill by Jenna Karkos, who had better than 350 of them now coming into the state tournament. 13 kills yesterday against Chicago Christian in the semifinals. Hit 400. Great hitting percentage yesterday in the Class 2A state semis, but her serve is out. And now it's going to be a point for Breese.
Amy Weirs is back up in the front row. She's leading all hitters right now with 6 kills, and we'll be looking for her to pick up a few more here.
Brittany Munkin to serve now for Breese Central. Set it up for Weirs, who attacks from the side, and it's a kill for Amy Weirs off the block. And now back to serve for Hampshire is going to be Amber Ladwig. Her team in front 10-7. Nice running jump serve there. Hampshire going to try and attack now. It's Weirs again, looking deep and getting another kill. So Amy Weirs is really showing up here. Now give her 8 kills in the match.
She's playing very smart right now. We've seen her tag a couple blocks. We've seen her go down the line. I wouldn't say she's playing hesitant. She's just being smart about it.
Ladwig continues the serve now. And back on the kill on the other side is Jessica Heyman. Boy, she's tough to defend.
Heyman is a firecracker player. I mean, she just gets things started. You know that if you're going to feed her the ball, she's going to take a hard swing. She's going to find the court. She's really a consistent player.
Great athlete. Now Weirs from her sister. That was one sister, Carol Weirs, setting up her twin sister Amy for the kill.
Now you see the Hampshire demeanor has completely changed. They're jumping around, they're smiling, they're shaking hands. I mean, you just see such a shift in momentum at this point.
Certainly seem a lot more active here in game 2.
Definitely.
Carol Weirs' serve is long. That's out, so it's going to be a point now for Breese Central. And back to get it and serve is going to be Jenna Norenburns. She concluded the sectional title match last week with 12 straight service points. Set from one Weirs to the other. They're going to try it again. That time Weirs knocks it over. Now it's Breese Central going to work. Good block at the net that time by Clay. Got a piece of it. Now Amy Weirs knocks it back over. Net play is out of bounds, and it's going to go to Hampshire.
Ball is out.
bit of an off play there. Streaker was still trying to get a good swing for her outside hitter, so she tried to push the ball out. Just a little too high, a little outside.
And now it's going to be Amy Weirs with the serve, and that is going to be long. And so Breese gets the point. It's 13-10 now in favor of Hampshire. And back to serve for Breese Central's Courtney Streaker, the senior libero who also plays basketball, multiple sport athlete. There's Karkos, and that's down. Right
Killed by Jenna
line.
Karkos.
Nice swing. Karkos yesterday, we saw her all day long taking that deep cross-court shot. It's very hard to defend. Once it gets through the block, your defenders are primarily set up around the perimeter of the court. So anything deep and cross is difficult to get under.
Well, it's fun to watch these hitters go after it here in this match. And there's a kill. Lauren Buddy. When you look at the athleticism that Jessica Heyman and Lauren Buddy bring for Breese Central and that Amy Weirs and Jenna Karkos bring for Hampshire, it's just tremendous athletes on the floor right now.
Yeah, they're playing point for point right now.
That serve is in the net from Buddy. And so it's going to be a point for Hampshire, which now has a 15-11 advantage.
This is a strong rotation for Breese Central right now. They've got Munkin moving up into the left side, and you've got Heyman, of course, out of the middle with a setter in the front row. Will keep the Hampshire blockers on their toes.
Kim Kartheiser serving now for Hampshire, and the point goes to Hampshire. So the Whippers now in front by 5. It's their largest lead in game 2 here at 16-11. And Kartheiser, who turned 18 on Monday and celebrated with a super sectional championship, to serve again. There's the setup, and the big swing that time by Munkin is roofed right at the net, just stuffed right at the top of the net.
That was a great block. You've got Kara Weirs, the setter, and they're up and right front. She's got long arms. She's got a good jump. She transitions well and teams up with that middle blocker for a solid block.
So Hampshire now with a 6-point advantage. On the third hit, Weirs couldn't get it over, or I'm sorry, Karkos couldn't get it over. Was thinking initially about taking a full swing, and they kind of changed their mind in mid-flight there.
Yeah, the set was pulled off a net a little bit. I think she got underneath of it and realized she couldn't take a solid swing, so she tried to just dump that one over. Kelsey
Johnson now serving for Breese Central. Here's Karkos. There's a swing, and that's a kill. She got it back right away.
Cross court again. One thing that Karkos is doing is she's staying off the net, which allows her to clearly see the blockers. She sees that cross court deep shot, and she's taking advantage of it.
4th kill on the afternoon now for Karkos. Breese Central comes back and answers. Stephanie Woker. And now it's an 18-13 Hampshire advantage. As Breese Central's Brittany Munkin goes and serves. Weirs didn't get a very good swing on that one. And so it's going to be a point for Breese Central. The Cougars have pulled it within 4. I'm sorry, Kendra.
That's all right. Amy was holding back on that one. It looked like she just wanted to roll it right in the middle.
One Weirs setting up the other. Kara Weirs the assist, Amy Weirs the kill, and now Hampshire is at 19-14.
That's a big point for Amy, you know, to make a mistake, to make an error, and then come back with a kill. That's shows a lot about her maturity as a player.
Match high 8th kill for her. And the overpass that time is cleaned up by Weirs at the net. And so Hampshire now riding some momentum, 5 points away from evening this match up at 20-14 now is the score. Nice serve again, deep serve by Ladwig. Weirs sets up, quick set to Jackie Clay. They're looking for a tip, and it's going to, be out of bounds, and so Central's going to get that one. And so Jessica Heyman will serve now for the Cougars, who trail Hampshire 20-15, game 2 of the Class 2A state championship. That serve is long, point now for Hampshire. 21-15, as the Whippers are inching closer to winning this second game and evening this match at a game apiece. Here's Weirs. Sets up her sister. Cross-court kill is no good, though. Her swing goes out of bounds, and so Breese Central gets the point. 21-16 is the 5-point Hampshire advantage, with Jenna Norenburns back to serve.
And one thing we saw yesterday, Kurt, with Breese Central, they don't give up. They were down the first game in yesterday's match and still came back and persevered to win. So they're certainly not out.
Amy Weirs tips it. Now it's at the net, and it's going to be blocked that time. Katie Shear had a swing at it, but up high to block it was the Hampshire defense, and now Hampshire at 22-16 will send Amy Weirs back to the service line, and now maybe there's going to be a sub here. She's going to sub out, it looks like. Jessica Osiki will see for the first time. Chessa Osiki for the first time will enter the game. She's a defensive specialist, just a sophomore, 5'6". So Osiki to serve. Set up and a big hit by Lauren Buddy. Big swing.
Great kill. That was a quick one attack right in the middle. Great set, nice and high for her. She got on top of it and put it down.
22-17, Hampshire the 5-point advantage.
Amy Weirs back in the game, ready to pass.
Courtney Streaker to serve now for the Cougars. There's Weirs. She's going to try it again. This time goes a back set. Cross-court shot, no good. At the net, knocked down. Breese Central is going to get the point. Well, no, now they're going to say Hampshire, huh? Because of the net play there.
Yes, I believe they called number 15, Buddy, on Breese Central in the net. She might have been a little tight when she was at the joust.
And so Hampshire now at 23-17 and serving. Breese will just have to send it over. Karkos. Now a big swing, and it's going to be Lauren Buddy with the point. That's Hampshire. I thought maybe that was tip, but I guess it wasn't. And so now Hampshire has a match, a game point here in this second game of the match at 24-17. Jennifer Condrat to serve. And there's a swing through a double block by Lauren Buddy, and that one is going to be a point now for Breese Central.
And as far as who you want on the back service line when you're down, 24-18 match point, Lauren Buddy here for Breese Central. Hopefully she can string together a few points. She's the one you want back there.
She's got the nice jump serve, and she will serve here. Weirs sets. And that time Kim Kartheiser's shot is out of bounds. It went to the near side as opposed to the far side, so it's a point for Breese Central. 24-20 our score now. Check that 24-19. Weirs sets up Karkos. Swing is blocked out of bounds, and Hampshire wins game 2 and has evened this match up. 25-19 your final in game 2. So Breese Central wins game 1, 25-17. Hampshire rebounds for a 25-19 game 2 victory. And now they'll have a coin toss for the third game, and we'll come back and show it to you. It's all even in the Class 2A State Volleyball Championship. Back with the final game on the IHSA Television Network. Hampshire and Breese Central heading to a game 3 for all the marbles in the Class 2A State Volleyball Championship. Back here in Normal at Redbird Arena, Kurt Pegler and Kendra Bull with you. Breese Central wins the first game of the match. Hampshire wins game 2. And now we get set for the deciding game 3.
I know, and I think both teams have had a chance to shake off the dust a little bit. They've both made some errors. They've both had some great plays. It'll be interesting to see what this outcome's going to be for sure. Karkos is heating up for Hampshire. She has picked up 3 kills in that second game, and Amy Weirs, of course, on the outside is still leading all hitters with 7, while Breese Central has a balanced attack with Heyman 4 kills, Buddy 4 kills, and Munkin 3. So this third game is going to be a big one, all the marbles.
Hampshire making its first ever appearance in the state tournament, guaranteed of bringing home its first ever state trophy of some kind in volleyball. Breese Central, well, they know the drill, all right? Jim Cook finished first in 96, first in 2005, runner-up last year, 3rd straight trip to the state championship. And we start off with a Hampshire point and a nice kill there. Amy Weirs.
Great kill for Amy Weirs. Again, you know, good leaper. She just reached up. She found the hole. That cross-court shot, Hampshire's really been abusing that cross-court shot, and Breese Central probably have to shift that defense over.
Kara Weirs now, the twin sister of Amy, to serve for the second sequence here in the match, and they're going to get the second point of game 3. It's 2-0, and this is exactly how Hampshire started the second game when they rattled off a couple of points right off the bat.
Yeah, it looks like Central is a little shaky right now. They're not being as confident as what we saw in game 1.
Where's the serve? Heyman swings. Nice dig out there by Kartheiser. Clay swings back through a double block, and the point for Hampshire.
See Jessica Heyman there trying to pump up her teammates.
And again, Weir's the serve. Big swing that time by Munkin. Dug out of there by Hampshire. Weirs sends it back over. Now it's going to be Jessica Heyman finishing it off for Breese Central and their first point of this game 3. And Heyman, who's a high jumper and has already cleared 5'6" track and field high jumper, is back to serve now for Breese Central. Trailing 3-1, now it's 3-2.
Certainly jumping 5'6" would probably help her out on the jump serve.
I would imagine.
Things.
Weirs sets up for her sister, and it's blocked at the net, and we're even at 3.
Great block there. Hey, I'm sorry, Buddy in the middle and Munkin on the outside really came in, pressed over the net, and really gave her no option. All she could do was hit right into him.
So Breese Central has now countered with 3 consecutive points to tie this match up. And now Amy Weirs with a big hit swing down the line. It was dug out of there by Heyman, but the point is going to go to Hampshire. And now it's Weirs back to serve. Now, this has been a very entertaining match. The net is long, it's out. There's a big swing that time, out of bounds, and so point for Hampshire.
Breese Central was trying to use Buddy around the backside, trying to throw off the block a little bit. She took that slight attack and just got under it a little too much.
Big swing by Lauren Buddy, and a kill for the senior middle hitter.
And right back again. That's the mark of an experienced player, I think. Make an error, come right back with a kill.
Hampshire 5, Breese Central 4. The Cougars of Breese Central to serve. Weirs sets up for Karkos. Dug out of there by Heyman, and it's at the net, and it's going to be a point for Breese Central.
Defensively, Breese Central has really picked up their digging. I mean, they're staying deep. They're doing a great job of reading the hitters. Heyman's had 2 great digs already.
Now Karkos, another swing, and that's down. That's a kill now for the senior outside hitter. And it's a 6-5 Hampshire lead. And now back to serve is Jennifer Condrath. 5'7" senior. The let's serve. And net play there, knocked right back over by Amber Ladwig.
Norrin Burns put up a tight set there. There wasn't much Buddy could do with it. And of course, the Hampshire blockers were right there ready to respond.
Condrath had 41 aces during the regular season. She's serving again with her team ahead 7-5, and knocking through the block that time is Katie Shear. A big point for the junior middle hitter. And now Brittany Munkin goes back to serve for Breese Central. The Cougars taking a 32-8 mark into this game. 7-6 Hampshire's lead is 1 point. And now we're tied. Lauren Buddy.
One thing that I'm sure Coach Cook emphasizes is you've got to take advantage of those free ball plays. If they're going to pass it over, you've got to find a way to slam it back.
So we're even at 7 now. Karkos swing. Back to Buddy.
Another great swing.
Lauren Buddy is feeling it now.
It's a great kind of middle relationship there, because Heyman comes up with a great dig, and just so she can feed the other middle.
Nice play at the net again, and going to be cleaned up by Breese Central. Boy, you make a mistake up there and they'll make you pay.
Buddy again, she's up every time. As I mentioned before, she's very diligent. very responsible as a middle hitter. She wants to be up there, ready for every ball.
Breese lead is 9-7, but Hampshire comes right back and gets a point to make it 9-8. And back to serve is going to be Kim Kartheiser. Hampshire has won 21 of its last 23 matches coming into this state championship matchup with Breese Central. The block that time, Lauren Buddy had a nice swing at it, but at the net to knock it back is Hampshire.
Triple block on the Hampshire side there. Karkos came in to help out the middle and the right side and proved effective.
Kartheiser serves again. That is long. Nice, smart play there by the libero who thought about touching it, Courtney Streaker, then she backed off at the last second. Pulled those hands away. Breese 10, Hampshire 9. Buddy to serve. Dug out of there by Kondrat and then hit by Karkos. See if they go back to her again. They're going to try. Karkos is going to send it over. And it's going to be outside the antenna.
Outside the antenna.
Hampshire bench not too happy about that call. But the point goes to Breese Central, and the Cougars now have an 11-9 lead. And Buddy to serve again with a jump serve. Big swing, Karkos, right down the line for a kill.
Great swing. That's one thing Karkos we haven't seen yet today. Last night she really found a way to abuse that line shot. Today we've only seen a couple shots on the line, and I think she's got kind of an open court there that obviously is effective.
And Jenna Karkos now to serve for Hampshire, trying to tie this match up here on the point. It's 11-10 in favor of Breese Central. Sent back over now. Weirs dumps it, and there is a tie game.
Mixing it up a little bit. Kara decided to just dump that over, take matters into her own hands.
Karkos to serve. We're tied at 11. Game 3, the deciding game of this match. It's going to be a net violation against Hampshire, and so point goes to Breese Central.
One thing that I've noticed that's changed on the Hampshire side of the ball is their block is all over everything. Every single time now they've had a triple block, a double block. They're really working hard to stop that Central attack.
Kelsey Johnson serving for Breese Central. Swing that time by Beckman. Now at the net. And it's going to be a point for Hampshire. Good aggressive play at the net by Kara Weirs. That's where it helps to have an aggressive setter. 5'8", she gets up and she's participating in those blocks a lot of times.
Yes. She gets on top and she's not afraid to be aggressive, that's for sure.
Amber Ladwig to serve now for the Whippers, and that is long, just out. So a point for Breese Central, which now leads 13-12. We're halfway through this third game. The deciding game of the Class 2A State Volleyball Championship. Big swing, Amy Weirs couldn't get it, and now she does. It was not returned. We're tied at 13.
That was a great read by Streaker, the libero on the Central side. She got underneath the ball, she popped it up, and unfortunately the blockers didn't have enough time to turn around and play it up in time.
Kara Weirs the serve. Now it's set up on the near side. Net play, it's going to be a point. Brittany Munkin was stronger at the net, and she gets the point for Breese Central, which now leads 14-13. And Jessica Heyman back to serve for the Cougars. Here's Weirs, the quick set for Clay. Good swing that time by Brittany Munkin. It's going to be a point for Breese Central.
Munkin took a nice solid swing. That was a great job on her part. Two solid blockers up in front of her, and she wasn't afraid. She took a swing, and you know, they were in the net and made the error.
15-13, Breese Central the advantage. Kartheiser sending it over and a swing into the net that time. Lauren Buddy kind of off her back foot.
Buddy trying to send it over on the second hit, a little off play.
15-14, the Breese Central advantage. Now with Hampshire to serve. It's Amy Weirs back there. 5'8" sophomore. And there's a point nicely done by Karkos. Blocking that.
Tight pass on Breese Central's side. There wasn't much that Norm Burns could do with that one, unfortunately.
And so we're even at 15. And Weirs serves, and that's good. It's down right on the line inside of it.
Now we see Jessica Heyman trying to
Yes.
encourage her teammates, get everybody together, regroup, and refocus.
And that's what a senior leader will do, try to regroup her team, and that was a service error into the net that time by Amy Weirs. And so we're tied now back at 16 after the point goes to Breese Central. And Jenna Norenburns will serve. Here's Karkos, and she's blocked at the net. Buddy was in on that one.
Great momentum play there. Karkos went up, she took a solid swing. Buddy was right there to push it down.
17-16, the Breese Central advantage. Norenburgs again to serve. Kondrat that time struggled with getting that, but they will not get it over. Jackie Clay was the last option there and could not get it back over the net. So some problem there on serve receive, and Karen Whitehouse calls timeout. We'll step aside. Breese Central leads Hampshire in the deciding game 3 of the Class 2A State Volleyball Championship, 18-16. Back to Redbird Arena in just a minute. Back here at Redbird Arena, Breese Central leads Hampshire 18-16 in the deciding game 3 of this Class 2A State Volleyball Championship match. And Breese Central serving to Hampshire. This is Jenna Karkos, the senior for Hampshire. Had her shot blocked, and she got it back, but there's going to be a point for Hampshire. Net foul.
Yes, actually they called 4 hits. I believe they called 4 hits on Buddy there. Or not 4 hits, but four hits on the Central side.
So the point goes to Hampshire, which serves to tie the game now. It's 18-17 Breese Central. Streaker sends it over. Overpass is cleaned up that time by Lauren Buddy.
Buddy will put a stop to that one. You don't want to hang a ball up there with no block against her. She'll put it away every time.
And Brittany Munkin now to serve. Weirs sets for Karkos, and she's blocked at the net. Buddy was in on that along with Katie Shear.
The net play on the Central side right now has really taken control of this game. The last 4 points, major points here that have caused them to take the lead, have been for blocks, swings, and tight balls at the net.
Breese Central with a 20-17 advantage. And it's going to be an illegal hit called against Hampshire.
Central's got Hampshire's on their heels right now. They've got to put something together. They've got to get Karkos back involved.
Munkin to serve for Breese Central with a 21-17 advantage. At the net, and it's going to be a point now for Hampshire. That was set up by Jenna Karkos, who had a nice swing on that and was not returned. So Hampshire stops the bleeding momentarily. 21-18 the score, Breese Central the advantage. Norenburn sets up. Buddy's shot is out of bounds. And so Hampshire now with another point.
Yep, just a bit outside. I think Buddy was a little late getting in on her approach and had no choice but to try to tip.
21-19, the Breese Central lead's been cut to 2. And that's going to be an illegal hit that time.
The momentum has shifted yet again.
3 straight Hampshire points. Pulls the Whippers within 1. It's 21-20. And serving for the tie, but it's in the net.
Serving errors have really hurt both teams, I think, throughout this match. And, you know, it's difficult to serve in a larger venue. Of course, I don't want to make excuses. These girls are used to playing in smaller gyms, and that certainly has something to do with it.
Lauren Buddy, the serve, dug out of there by Karkos. She swings, knocks it back. Norenburg sets for Heyman, and that's down. Jessica Heyman delivers.
Heyman again, first rotation in the front row. Buddy back to serve, puts it away.
She had 13 kills yesterday against Maroa Forsyth in the state semifinal match to eliminate the previously unbeaten Trojans. She had 15 kills in a match earlier this year, and that kill may have been the most important kill of the season.
I think so. Yeah, we talked about it, you know, prior to the game. Breese Central, as long as they are able to utilize their middles, they have a good, good prognosis to win. They've got Buddy right now with 11 kills, Heyman with 9. Amy Weirs on the other side of the net, still leading all players with 12.
Let's take a look at that last point here, Jessica Heyman.
Great swing across her body. She's a right-handed middle, works hard to get her body in the right spot, takes that cross-court shot, Very nice swing.
The Breese Central fans feeling it right now. They've been here 3 straight years.
2 points away.
A championship in 05 and a runner-up in 06. And what will it be here in 07? Can Hampshire get it back over? They do. Nicely done by the Whippers. Norenburn, back set for Heyman again. And that's off the blocker and out of bounds. And Breese Central is now knocking on the door at 24-20, 1 point away from its second state championship in the last 3 seasons. And Lauren Buddy to serve on match point, championship point. Whippers do a nice job of getting it back over. There's the set, and a great dig by Conrad. Karko sends it back over. Norenberg sets it up. Weirs. Big swing, off the blocker. Great dig again by Conrad. Weirs. That's good. Amy Weirs responds with Hampshire's back against the wall.
What a rally. Both sides. Defense was working. They were getting touches, setting up their hitters on both sides, taking some strong swings. The blockers did a great job of getting some good touches there.
Hampshire fights off the first match point. Jenna Karkos to serve now. Heyman just kind of tipped it over. Weirs sets it up. Now Breese Central back to work. And there's match point. Jessica Heyman fittingly finishes off the match. And the Breese Central Cougars are your state champs again.
Wonderful. You know, that's the way we saw the match go yesterday. They went to Jessica Heyman late in the third game. Again, they did it again today. And, you know, she's a go-to player. Their middles, her and Buddy really carry the team. That senior leadership comes through every time. Wonderful match on both sides.
An incredibly hard-fought match between 2 excellent high school volleyball teams. You'll search long and wide to find a better state championship match. Breese Central is your Class 2A champs. We'll have the medal ceremony from Normal when we come back on the IHSA television network. Welcome back to Redbird Arena and our Class 2A champions. Winding up here, Breese Central, the Cougars. We've got our country insurance player of the game, Lauren Buddy, with us after 11 kills. Well, you guys really dominated the net tonight.
Yeah, we knew we had to block. You know, we knew their go-tos were their outsides, and that was our game plan, to block, make our defense a lot easier.
Very good. And Lauren, as a senior, you guys were down by a few points about halfway through that third game. What were you thinking right before you got that string of 3 or 4 kills?
I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? I hope this isn't a repeat of last year. Come on, girls, pull it together, get it figured out. Let's go, we have to do something.
Yeah, and pull it together you did. Well done.
Congratulations, Breese Central, your Class 2A state champs here in Normal. And thanks for being with us on the IHSA television network.